Parallel lines have blank slopes. What do we think? Same slope. What about perpendicular lines? They have opposite reciprocal. The slope formula, this means to find the slope between 2 points. What do we think that is? That's correct. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So this is to find the slope between 2 points. You'll be using this in your project as well. Slope-intercept form, what do we think? Y equals mx plus b. Good. So what part of this is the slope? M. And then what part of this is the intercept? B. Okay, so keep that in mind. What does an intercept mean? Where it crosses the y-axis. Okay, or where it touches the y-axis is fine as well. Point slope. So you're going to have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So what part of this is the point? The y1 and the x1. Good. And then what part of this is the slope? M still. Good. So if you have a point and a slope, you plug it into point slope formula. Okay. So we're going to continue. Tell whether the lines through the given points are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. What would I need to know about the two lines? Lovely. What would I need to know about the two lines to know if they're parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Then I need to know their slope. So I'm going to define their slope using the slope formula. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. We're going to find this for line 1 to begin with. So we're only looking at the coordinates of line 1. All right, so what is my y1 going to be? It is going to be 0, yep. So 0 is my y1. All right, and then my y2 will be 4. All right, my x1, it is 1. And then my x2, 7. All right, so then we subtract 0 minus 4 is? Negative 4. 1 minus 7 is? What happens when you have a negative over a negative? Turns positive. And then what is 4 over 6 reduced to? 2/3. So that's for my first line. My second line, I'm going to use the same formula. All right, so what's my y1? 0. My y2, 6. My x1, 7. And my x2, 3. So 0 minus 6 is? Negative 6. 7 minus 3 is? 4. Reduce this, and this is negative 3 over 2. So we need to decide, what would we know about parallel lines? They would be the same slope. Are they the same? No. What about perpendicular? What would we know about them? They would be opposite reciprocal, so that would mean opposite sign. So is one positive and one negative? Yes. And then are they flipped of each other? Yes. So this means they are perpendicular. So realistically, your answer is like 3 things. You got perpendicular is your answer, and your 2 slopes are your answers. Okay? This next section, write an equation of the line that passes through the point. So there were 3 steps to doing this. Number 1 was find the slope. Do I have to do anything in this problem to find the slope? No, because it tells me my slope is 2. From here, I plug into the point slope formula because they gave me a point and they gave me a slope. So we're going to go ahead and write that in. So what's the y of the coordinate they gave me? 5. And then my slope, we said was 2. And then the x that they gave me, 1. So we get y minus 5 equals 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. My last step is to write it in y equals mx plus b. So what letter do I need to get by itself? Y. So what do I need to move? I'm going to add the 5. I need to add the letter or the number to the number. So I'll have 2x plus 3. All right, this next one, write the equation of a line that passes through 1, 5 that is parallel to this point. So same thing, find the slope. What word is the most important word in this problem? Parallel. What do I know about parallel slopes? They're the same. So can I look at this, y equals 3x minus 5, and tell what the slope is already? Yes, what is it? 3. Okay, so my new slope will be 3. So that's the first step. Second, we're going to plug it in to y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So what y am I going to plug in? 5. And we said our slope is 3. And our x is 1. We want the same thing. We want to solve for y equals mx plus b. So we're going to distribute. So we have 3x. And 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. My last step is to add 5. So we get y equals 3x plus 2. Good. So I have a question. What if it said instead of saying find the slope or find the line that is parallel to y equals blah blah, what if it was written differently, like 2x plus 4y equals 6? Would you be able to identify the slope if it were written this way? No. What does it need to look like in order to tell what the slope is? Y equals mx plus b. So what would I need to do in order to find the slope? Change it in slope-intercept form. So what letter would I solve for? Y. Okay, so if it's ever not written in y equals mx plus b, you need to make it look like that to find out what the old slope was. Okay? I don't think it's like that on your quiz, but I definitely know that it's like that on your test. We got one more. Write the equation of the line that passes through 2, 5 that is perpendicular to this line. So the first step, find the slope. I know my slope is going to be perpendicular to the old one. What is the old slope? 2. So I need to find the perpendicular to 2. So it'll be the opposite sign and the reciprocal. I'm pretty sure Fred can help me with that. So Fred, what is opposite of positive? Negative. And then what's the reciprocal of 2? Close. What is invisibly under the number 2? 1. So what's the reciprocal of 2 over 1?
1 over 2.
There you go. So our new slope is a negative 1/2. Look at you go. So we're going to use our new slope and our point and plug it into point slope formula. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. All right, so what is the y we're going to plug in? 5. And we said our slope was negative 1/2. And then the x is 2. So we will distribute negative 1/2 times x is negative 1/2 x. The next one, what's a negative times a negative? Positive. And then what's 1/2 of 2? 1. All right, my last step. Add 5. So I'll have y equals negative 1/2 x plus 6. Perfect. You're going to go ahead and clear your desk of anything besides a pencil and a calculator.